I don't know if you did that on purpose to get us to talk about it.
Psychology. But I don't really care in the sense of like, we'll let it lie, but it's a bummer, but at the same time, I think I would like to just reiterate, it's not something that necessarily I want to be talking about because it's sad, honestly, but it also...
So what's sad is Emma is talking about Anna's grift and, what's been going on again with TYT. TYT is Ana Kasparian. Just every chance she gets, she's just coming at the left wing. You should see on Twitter, they give her a hard time about it. It is what it is. Emma's calling out her hypocrisies. And in the beginning, Emma was kind about the situation, kind of like she didn't want to get into it because that's her friend, but after a while, it's like it's in your face so much. It's like, I got to respond appropriately. So this is Emma Vigeland destroying, demolishing, annihilating, and shaking up the situation with Ana Kasparian.
Is, I think, an example of like, the personal relationship aspect of this for me is obviously secondary. I have plenty of that in my personal life. Any personal relationship I have in this business is based off of shared values. And when those values are not shared, and I think that commentary or journalistic business practices are going in a right-wing direction, or are not telling the truth to their audience, or are doing something in a way that I don't agree with, that's going to be what I call out. So
it's because it's to our credibility and to not place personal relationships over things like principles.
And that's the thing that I really didn't like about what I heard when Jen called Sam a grifter is the idea.
A low rent grifter.
We should have blind loyalty based on past personal relationships. If I would be thrilled to have blind loyalty if the coverage was still something that I could get behind. But based on what I've seen, and it hasn't just been this, it's been a long trajectory of continued right-wing shift, and whatever you want to call it, populism, etc. That is why we're choosing basically to speak on it, and because we've basically been forced to because Sam was attacked on a personal manner.
Well, I don't give a shit about
but
that.
I care.
Honestly.
I care about it.
Well, Cenk refuses to debate Sam. Keep it real, especially now. Cenk has been running around town. He's been all up and through December. Texas, just been running around refusing to debate Sam on anything. Just refusing to debate Sam. And that's because Cenk is a weasel. And there's just no other word for it. And both sides see that. The right and the left see that. So I don't know what his plan is. He better come correct because Peter Thiel going to be like, look, now this investment is not giving back some dividends. What's going on?
Because I do understand the sincerity of what...
He's off my Christmas list, though.
Well, whatever.
Christmas
well,
list.
I mean, I know the reality.
Can you pause?
Okay. Kowalski from Nebraska, a friend of mine.
That's the end of it. And one thing I just wanted to add was I love how Sam is one of the only adults in the room when it comes to this kind of thing. He's not an egotist. That's the one thing I feel like you have to really give Sam Seder, even if you hate his guts, even if you're a total Republican and you think everything that he says is swill and you hate the Majority Report because you deeply believe in libertarian politics, okay? And he's mean to your friends. You have to be like, at least the guy isn't a narcissist. At least he's not a loon. He's like, you can attack me, I don't care. This isn't about who I'm friends with, right? And to Emma's point, it's never been that way for us either. Gavin's the only real friend I mean, Griffin's my boy. But other than that, those are the only real friends that we've made in this industry. Everybody else are people that like I'm friendly with, people that I feel like I kind of know. But the only people who I'd be like, yeah, you can sleep on my couch, like, I do a show with. Like, that's the only people I have, like, real relationships with like that, like, tangible relationships. Those are the people who, if I got really pissed off at, I would just call on the phone. And I would be like, are you serious, dude? That's your take on this? Like, are you nuts? Like, you hate immigrants now and you want to see mass deportation? Like, that would be crazy. We would talk off the phone about that, right? Because that would be my sincere friend. I would be like, this is crazy. Like, explain to me how you got there. Because, like, I know you're a good person, all this stuff. Everybody else, this is like, colleagues, right? It's like, yeah, dude, okay, if I got traded from the Yankees to the Mets, I'm going to talk shit on, the other team, right? The other franchise. Like if I'm, if my brother had grown up and played for the Dallas.
Right, I get the point that he's making. So it's like you don't trust anybody in this situation. Like, I totally get it, right? Like, for sure, I get it. So I understand what he's saying. Let's just move on just a little bit because there's a tweet.
Particularly in response to this segment that we just reacted to, but I guess this is from another Majority Report segment. I'm not sure when it was, but she says, "This is hilarious. I'm not a transphobe, and Jesse Singal is awesome. Journalists should be allowed to do journalism, which sometimes includes reporting that reveals inconvenient truths for propagandists." And then she links here to this clip, which we can play real quick for you guys.
Anna has also been spreading transphobic bile for the past year, which led to a trans crew member quitting. I don't care how she frames it. You cannot praise Jesse Signal and claim you're not transphobic.
I mean, that is a huge, I think, bad influence on her.
Theo,
Yeah, not only is
Anna
it
has
bad
also been-
influence, but it's like, might as well parade out Matt Walsh. It's like, well, he's not exact. No, dude, Matt Walsh.
She did. Remember, she said, "I loved his documentary."
Oh, true.
On Jillian Michaels.
You can't even parody it
I'm
anymore.
not going to be mad at her about that. Like, I'm just not. So everybody doesn't have to have the same take on the situation at all. I don't know that it's even that it's her take on it that is the issue, more than it's the glazing of, of right-wingers. Who are very much virtue signalers themselves. Right now, like, Matt Walsh is working at the Daily Wire, which is like totally Israeli owned. And if he was a true right winger, he wouldn't work, like he would call out Israel. Because a true right winger would call out, like a true, free speech in this sovereign country, da, da, da. Well, they would call out the problem with the Israel lobby. But he won't do it. Like, he'll say like meaningless things about it. So Anna just constantly glazes these people, and it's like, girl, get a grip.
Oh, dude, I can't even make jokes because I'll try to think of something ridiculous, and then Gavin will be like, "Bro, that happened. That was real life." I'm like, "Fuck."
Yep. On the Jillian Michaels interview, she started off with, "Yeah, I really liked Matt Walsh's new documentary, Am I a Racist? It really, raised some thought-provoking points." Anyway, deeply, deeply idiotic. But yeah, I mean, can we put this back up one more time real quick? Because there's a response to, sorry.
Oh, no,
if you scroll down, someone says, "Anna, about 90% of your tweets are criticizing your own side," to which she says, "Keep it up, and I'll bump it to 100. Wow, so edgy.
She also has them blocked, it looks like, or something. Somebody's blocked in this situation. I don't know what's going on. That's insane. Like, there's no need to, first of all, the fact that you take on a side, why are you, like, so hyped to toss out your own so-called side? Maybe she's being a little funny. I just don't think that people have, like, I'm sorry, because I just was thinking, like, I just don't think that people have the integrity and the merit to do, like, half of these people. Like, I think they just go wherever the wind is going. I mean, literally right now, we just bombed Somalia, and, like, MAGA's like, yeah, war is based, bomb ISIS. And it's like, God, you guys really don't know that. ISIS is code term for, ISIS is here, we'll just bomb there. Like, y'all don't know that much? Y'all don't know anything. So it's just a bunch of sides rooting for their own sides while the country's headed into catastrophe. But I don't believe in doom and gloom, so praise God. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.